Hello bạn Ngọc.
Hello, teacher.
Hello bạn Ngọc. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I
How are you today? Wait me a bit. I turn my camera on. Okay, it's good to see you today. My hair is a little bit messy. Okay, can you share me a bit about your day? How was your day?
today I went to school.
Yeah, cool. You went to school. What did you do at your school, especially in the school break?
Um, I'm just prepared for my English and
Hmm.
science exam
Okay.
because yes, I have an exam. The exams on the next week, so
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I need to review.
Okay, you need to be well prepared for the upcoming examination next week. I hope that you can achieve the best score into subjects. Okay, don't worry about it. You believe in your knowledge and yourself. So can you tell me a bit about? No, can you tell me a bit? Bạn Ngọc, do you love money?
Yes, the in
Why?
the because this very need to in the life because we need to have money to buy food, buy clothes, and lots of things.
Yes, we need money. Money is like a necessity thing of our lives, right? We can't live without money. Okay, we can't live without money. Um, we need money to maintain our lives, so that's why we need to struggle day by day. You need to make many, many efforts day by day to become the best version of yourself, and at the same time to earn more money and income in order to fulfill your life, right?
Yes,
So this is a basic basic thing of life, basic things of life. And so do you want to make more and more money in the future? uh, uh,
yes. In the
mhm.
future, I want to have a well-paid job,
Well, pay job, which job do
like
you dream?
shops assistant, or
Mm,
I can um the can like people translate the language.
mm, okay. So why don't we think about a CEO of a company or a couple corporation, stuff like that? Okay, maybe become a manager, or maybe you become a president of a university or a school. I hope that in the future you can fulfill your dream. So in this lesson today, let's talk about money. We'll discover about some units of money so you can use it very well. You know other units of money in other country like India, Chinese, China,
Yes,
Thailand, some other country. Let me share screen. Here. Can you see
you
my
see my
screen?
screen. Yes,
Here,
I see.
now, money, vocabulary, and word skills. But first, let's learn some vocabularies first. But before learning, but before absorbing some new vocabularies relating to money, you have to do task one first. You have to look at the photos below and guess which of the items is the most expensive and which is the least expensive. Okay? Which is the most expensive and which is the least expensive. Now look at these items below. First of all, we have gold of Kinabalu orchid. This is the rare and also the famous, very well-known, famous kind of orchid in Malaysia. Okay, this is a kind of flower. This is the first one, famous flower. And the second, number one here is white truffles. White truffles here is like
Yes,
you know about it.
yes, and
This is like a kind of mushroom. A kind of mushroom is named white truffles. And the next one, we have the kind of melon. Next one, chainers or Nike chainers. Then the third is a pen, right? Fountain pen. The sec and the third one, the last one, haircut by Orlando Pita. Haircut. So you guess first. Guess first. Which item, in your opinion, it is the most expensive and the least expensive here?
I think a pen is less expensive.
Orchid is less expensive, right?
No, a pen.
Sorry,
I think a pen is
a
the
pen
least
pen.
expensive.
Okay, a pen. Fountain pen is the least expensive. Okay. Now, what is the most expensive item?
I think trainers.
Trainers. Okay. So look at trainers. Can you tell me the materials that they are made of?
This is the most expensive.
Maybe it's made of golden, right? Of gold, made of gold. Good. Mm-hmm. Good. So can you explain a bit about your choice? Why do you think a pen is the less expensive? And why do you think chainers are the most expensive items?
Because I think the church is expensive
Mm-hmm.
because it has a lot of there there are lots of things expensive like that, and the white truffle like, um in the past I read the news and it's have a lot of money to spend to it and melons too.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Uh, in the here, I don't know what it is, but I think um, if um, I the famous haircut to
Mm.
me,
A famous, you mentioned a flower here.
yeah,
Mm-hmm. This is very famous orchid. It only grows in maybe in a Kinabalu of Indonesia. I'm sorry, Malaysia. Mhm. Okay, so let's move to task 2. You have to read out loud the numbers and currencies below. And what other currencies do you know? We have numbers and currencies. Okay, so can you read out loud? Here, look at the numbers and the currencies. Can you read out loud the first one?
Yeah. $500.
Mhm. Good. Next one.
3,500 euros.
Euros. Okay.
Euros.
Next one. That's so weird. Can you read out loud?
250,000 rupees.
Rupees. Next one.
1 million pounds.
Pounds. Next one.
3,500,000,000.
Say yen.
Sorry,
Yen.
yen.
Yen. Okay. Good. Now, we have to read out loud these currencies after me. We have dollars,
Dollars.
hmm euros,
Euros.
hmm rupees,
Rupees.
yen,
Yen.
yen,
Yes.
currencies of Japan. Now, let's move to task 3. You will listen to the descriptions of the items in task 1 and complete the prices using the numbers below. Which is the most surprising, in your opinion? After listening, let's answer this question. Which is the most surprising, in your opinion? Here are some numbers, and we already have currencies in each gap here. And your task is to listen and fill in the gaps. Now, let's listen. You will listen twice.
Unit 7, Lesson 7A. Exercise 3. 1.
This is a kind of mushroom called a white truffle. It is highly prized in cooking, and the best ones can cost over 10,000 euros per kilogram. A single white truffle was once sold for over 230,000 euros. You might think that's a lot of money to pay for a mushroom, but truffles are very rare and only grow for a couple of months each year.
2.
How much is one flower worth? If it's this particular flower, the gold of Kinabalu orchid, then it's worth £3,500. Why? Because you can only find it in one place in the world, a park in Malaysia. The flower only grows between the months of April and May, and for long periods, many years sometimes, it does not appear at all.
3. This pen, called the Mont Blanc Lorenzo de Medici fountain pen, costs £6,850. It's made of sterling silver and is engraved by hand. 4.
This pair of melons cost over 2 million yen at an auction in Japan. That's £12,000. Fruit is a popular gift in Japan to say thank you to a friend or to your boss at work. Melons need to be perfectly round and exactly the right colour. Perfect apples and strawberries are also popular gifts. but these Yubari king melons are the most expensive.
5.
These are Nike trainers dipped in real gold. They were created by the designer Just Another Rich Kid. He created 5 pairs of these Nike Air Dunks for $5,400 each. The New York-based artist, real name Ken Courtney, created the glitzy shoes as part of a collection called Indulgences for the man who has everything.
6.
How much do you usually pay for a haircut? If you're in New York City and want Orlando Peter to do it, you'll need to pay about $800. That's £500. Is it worth it? Well, ask Madonna or Gwyneth Paltrow or Anne Hathaway. They all go to Orlando Peter when they need a haircut.
Unit 7, Lesson 7A. Exercise 3. 1.
This is a kind of mushroom called a white truffle. It is highly prized in cooking, and the best ones can cost over 10,000 euros per kilogram. A single white truffle was once sold for over 230,000 euros. You might think that's a lot of money to pay for a mushroom, but truffles are very rare and only grow for a couple of months each year.
2.
How much is one flower worth? If it's this particular flower, the gold of Kinabalu orchid, then it's worth £3,500. Why? Because you can only find it in one place in the world, a park in Malaysia. The flower only grows between the months of April and May, and for long periods, many years sometimes, it does not appear at all.
3. This pen, called the Mont Blanc Lorenzo de Medici fountain pen, costs £6,850. It's made of sterling silver and is engraved by hand. 4.
This pair of melons cost over 2 million yen at an auction in Japan. That's £12,000. Fruit is a popular gift in Japan to say thank you to a friend or to your boss at work. Melons need to be perfectly round and exactly the right colour. Perfect apples and strawberries are also popular gifts. But these Yubari king melons are the most expensive.
5.
These are Nike trainers dipped in real gold. They were created by the designer Just Another Rich Kid. He created 5 pairs of these Nike Air Dunks for $5,400 each. The New York-based artist, real name Ken Courtney, created the glitzy shoes as part of a collection called Indulgences for the man who has everything.
6.
How much do you usually pay for a haircut? If you're in New York City and want Orlando Peter to do it, you'll need to pay about $800. That's £500. Is it worth it? Well, ask Madonna or Gwyneth Paltrow or Anne Hathaway. They all go to Orlando Peter when they need a haircut.
All right, let me check for your answers. Number 1, white truffles. It costs 10,000 euros per kilo. Number 2, a flower. This is a rare, right? It costs 3,500 pounds. Each flower here. Number 3, a pen costs 6,850 pounds each. Melons cost 12,000 pounds. In fact, it costs 2 million yen. It means 12,000 pounds. Trainers cost 5,400 a pair. Good. And the haircut only 500 pounds. Very good. Now this is the description. Can you see the description here? Transcript here. Okay, so Bảo Ngọc, can you read out loud? There are some certain words that you may find so hard. You may find so hard to pronounce it. So if you find so hard to pronounce it, you just use, for example, you say this is a pen, right? Always say fountain pen. You don't need to read out loud the name of it. Okay.
Yes.
Mhm.
How much is one flower worth? Is this particularly a particular flower the gold of kind of value orchid
Kinabalu orchid.
Kinabalu orchid, then it's worth 3,500 euros. Why? Because you can only find it in one place in the world, a park in Malaysia. The flower only grows between the months of April and May, and for long periods, many years, sometimes it does not appear at all. This pen, called the fountain pen, cost 6,850 euros. Is made of sterling silver and is engraved by hand. This pair of melons cost over 2 million yen at an auction in Japan. That's 12,000 euros. Fruit is a popular gift in Japan to say thank you to a friend or to your boss in work. Melons need to be perfectly round and exactly the right color. Perfect apples and strawberries are also popular gifts, but these European king melons are the most expensive. These are Nike channers dipped in real gold. They were created by the designer, just another rich kid. He created 5 pairs of these Nike Air Dunks for 5,400 each. The New York-based artist, real name Ken Carney, created the cruisy shoes as part of a collection called Indulgence for the man who has everything. How much do you usually pay for a haircut? If you're in New York City and want Orlando Pizza to do it, you need to pay about $800. That's 500 euros. Is it worth it? Well, ask Madonna or Gwyneth Paltrow or Anne Hathaway. They all go to Orlando Pizza when they need a haircut.
Okay, after reading, can you tell me which item that makes you the most surprising?
Is haircut? Oh no, a pen.
Why? Why do you think that?
Because the first I think is not expensive,
Mm-hmm.
but is expensive than the haircut.
Mm-hmm. Yes. The haircut and flower here. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So let's learn some vocabularies relating to money. Let me clear all drawings first. Now, first of all, we have the word
Bargain.
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 This is a thing bought for less than the usual price. This is a noun, right? A bargain. Bargain. So in the verb, it means that you have to deal with a seller. You deal with a seller to gain the more and more the more and a cheaper price, right? Cheaper price than usual. So say bargain, bargain. Next one we have
Coupon. Coupon.
Coupon. Coupon.
coupon. This is a small piece of printed paper that you can exchange for something, or that gives you the right to buy something at a cheaper price than normal. This is a coupon. This is like a small piece of printed paper. You can exchange for something that gives you the right to buy something at a cheaper price than normal. Okay? Now, next one we have
Discount.
Discount.
this is an amount of money that is taken off the usual cost of something. Discount, right? For example, you have just ordered a place an order something on Shopee or TikTok, right? But the subject, but the objects you receive is not, that makes you feel not satisfied. You have to, you want to change it. So in the next time, the seller, or the shop owner will give you a discount for the next order. So this is a discount of 20% or 10% for the next order. Okay, next one we have
Price tag. Price tag.
Price tag. Price
price
tag.
tag. A label on something that shows how much you must pay. You can see a lot of price tag when you go to the big supermarket, or you go to some market to buy food or to buy some other products. We see the price tag. Price tag is so important. It shows that the amount of money you have to pay in the end, right? So you can measure your uh, current amount of money you have. So next one we have receipt.
Receipt. Receipt.
Receipt.
Remember that we don't say
Receipt.
receipt. We say receipt because the sound p here is disappeared. So you only say receipt. This is a piece of paper and an uh, electronic document that shows that goods or services have been paid for after you buy everything. You buy something from a supermarket. The sales assistant will give you the receipt, and you have to pay for pay for the products you just bought. Next one, we have refund.
Refund. Refund.
Refund. This is a sum of money that is paid back to you, especially because you paid too much or because you returned goods to a shop. We will receive a refund. For example, you buy a kilo of melons. It costs 2,000. Sorry, 200,000 dong VND. But you give the sales assistant maybe 5,000 BND, and they will give you a refund. They will give you a refund of 3,000. I'm sorry, 300,000 VND back to you. Now, next one we have
Special offer.
Special offer.
okay, special offer. This is a product that is sold at less than its usual price, especially in order to persuade people to buy it. The act of offering goods in this way. Special offer. So we have a special when a product you want to buy has a special offer, you need to buy it immediately because another time you go to because if you have hesitate to buy it, another time when you go to the supermarket, it doesn't have any special offer and you have to wait for another time. Okay, you have some time to to write down and jot down some important vocabularies in your notebook. And then when you're free, let's make sentences relating to each word here.
Yes.
Finish Hoàng Ngọc.
Yes, I finish.
Okay, so you need to spend some time to revise all words you learned today. Okay? Thank you so much for attending this lesson. See you next time. Bye bye. Bye bye, Ngọc.
Bye, miss.